Angela's kit was just shown off earlier today, so let's do a breakdown of what we saw and preemptively figure out how her abilities work. Angela is going to be a flying tank with the ability to become grounded at the press of a button. Her trailer starts with her flying towards Iron Man, taking him out with a simple primary attack which appears to be a melee strike. Then we see her pop her alternate fire here against Hela, which is a shield that has 300 health at full charge. Immediately after that, we get to see her use her shift ability, which causes her to rush forward with her spear, damaging and pushing back enemies in its path. Then here is when we finally get to see how her flight mechanics work. It looks like her E ability toggles between her flight mode, where she uses her spear, and her grounded mode, where she uses her dual axes. When E is pressed while she's in her flight mode, she slams into the ground, doing some AoE damage and becoming grounded, pulling out those axes to engage enemies in melee combat. She also creates this area of feathers around her that I think gives her bonus health for every primary attack landed on enemies. As you'll see, she gets bonus health with every basic attack she lands while standing in this area. Then you'll notice while grounded, the E ability icon switches to what looks like the silhouette of Angela flying upwards, and when pressed again, we get to see the flight mode activated here as she uses it to follow Doctor Strange into the sky and take him down with a melee strike. Now she also has this meter below her reticle that I can't seem to figure out exactly how it works or what it does, but it gets fully depleted when she uses a primary attack on Iron Man and Hela while flying, but then here with Doctor Strange using the axes, we can see the meter being depleted over time. So it's clearly tied to her primary attacks. I'm just not sure what it does or how it works, but I guess we'll learn more about that when we get our hands on the character. And finally, her ultimate has her throw down her spear to a location and then jump to it to engage in melee combat. Around the spear is an AoE that gives Angela the same overhealth as her E ability, but also appears to be causing damage over time to enemies trapped in it, as well as limiting their movement. You'll notice that the Penny and the Invisible Woman are both tethered to the spear, and I'm fairly certain it's pulling them to the center of that AoE every time they get too far away from it, kind of like Groot's ult. All in all though, Angela's looking mad fun to play, and I am really happy I am a tank main for once.